Hi, my name is Rosalie Desmond and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Australia. Today I'm bringing you the latest in the Christmas Stampathon 2019. This month we are playing with a sketch. Now the sketch inspired me to create this Christmas card. Okay, so the first thing I need is half a piece of A4 cardstock. With this card I'm using mint macaron this time. So that gives me the base of my card. I'm also using a piece of Whisper White, which is 14 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters, which will give me the next layer. And then the top mat, I'm using Highland Heather, which is 13.5 centimeters by 9 centimeters, and I'm going to do some embossing on that one. I'm using a piece of silver foil paper, which is 2 centimeters by 9 centimeters. Another piece of the mint macaron, which is 1 centimeter by 9 centimeters, which will just layer up on that one. And then for the banner, I've used a piece of Whisper White, which is 5 centimeters by 10 centimeters. So first of all, I'm going to do my embossing. Using some silver embossing powder and some Versamark ink. Oh, and the two sets that I'm using today's, the sentiment comes from the Merry Christmas to All, and I've used the Merry and the Christmas from that one. And I've also used a set called Stargazing, which is in the 2019 to 2020 annual catalogue. And I've used the stars out of this to give me my background. So using the stars, I just randomly ink with Versamark on my background. Then I use some silver embossing powder. Sprinkle that on. I just flick that off, and if there's anywhere I've missed, I just go back over. So now using my heat gun, I'm going to melt the embossing powder. Okay, now I'm going to use the Tombow liquid glue. And put my pieces together. Now it probably would have been better off sticking these smaller bits down first, because then if I had any excess I would have been able to cut them off much easier. I've made a bit of a mess with this one. So later on when that's dry, I will get an adhesive rubber and rub that off. For the moment we'll just pop that on. so now for my banner, I'm going to be using some mint macaron and the Merry Christmas from the Merry Christmas to All stamp set. And I already have those lined up on my blocks, which I will keep until I've completed all the cards that I want to do. Now, lots of people that I do classes with, they find that when they're inking up their stamps, they have ink in places around the edges that they don't want. And they often wonder why that's the case. So, as you can tell with our ink pads, they're made of foam. And if you squash it in too much, what's going to happen is you're going to end up with ink. You're going to end up with ink all over here and all over here. See how I've done that? So what I've done is I've actually pushed it in too much. Now in this case it was fine, but if you're finding that you're struggling with that kind of thing, just try being a little bit more gentle, giving it a few lighter taps. Obviously we don't want to go too light, but the more you practice, the easier it'll get. Using the banner punch, I'm just going to pop my Merry Christmas in. And there we go. It's a nice, easy way to make a banner. Now using some Stampin' Dimensionals, I'll just pop this up and take the backings off. And there we go. I've got my second card already completed. So this one I've used Coastal's Cabana, only because I grabbed the wrong colour. I was after the mint macaron. So my colours this year are a mint colour and a pale purple with some silver. So I'm going to be making a lot of cards using these colours. So I'm all prepared for Christmas. If you wish to play along with our challenge, we would love to have you join our Facebook group. Our challenge is different every month, and at the end of the year we randomly choose some people to send a prize to. Until next time, happy crafting. Thanks very much.